G'day guys, welcome to my RX feature video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about NRL Round 15 predictions for 2021 guys. Let's get started. So starting off with this first game of this match, we see the Broncos going up against the Rabbitohs now. In this game, as I said, the Broncos are a really good team, but as I mentioned, the Broncos are really eligible to sometimes put pressure on like other teams, but really it's the case of like the Rabbitohs, because sometimes like without good players they can really struggle so much. But I know that sometimes the Broncos can really put things together and really make an effort, but other times they can just really struggle and then they play terrible and then things don't go their way. But I do apologise if it is blurry in that side. I do apologise about that. I will get it fixed. Excuse me. As I mentioned about before in my latest other video, I will get it fixed. So I do apologise if it is blurry half side and it's clear on the other. So I do apologise about that. But anyway, the Rabbitohs, I just have a gut feeling that I reckon in this game, I just have a gut feeling that it won't be a hard game, but I reckon it will be an average game, and I just don't think that the Rabbitohs will struggle in that match. But since since this game's going to turn out to be a really good game, I just have a gut feeling that the Broncos will struggle in this match, and I think the Rabbitohs will get a really good win. But in this match, I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs in this one, and I have a gut feeling in this game that the Rabbitohs will win by 18 points in that match. So it's going to be a turnout point in this game, so I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs by 18 points in that match. So finally guys, I get a good clear picture of this. So I did fix it. I didn't recognise it was the screen on my phone, so that's probably why it was a bit blurry on that side, so I do apologise about that. So I obviously got it fixed, so yeah. Anyway guys, this game, the Cowboys are a really good team. Sometimes they can really benefit other teams, but sometimes like other half says they will win this game, but then the other half says they won't win this game. But then going up against the Sharks have been really awful lately, and Cronulla Sharks haven't been really benefit of any other teams lately. So in this match, like, I just have to say that I reckon in this match that the Cowboys, I reckon they will definitely get it. But I reckon in this game that the Cowboys will get a couple of tries. Obviously, because since they are on $1.71, as I have a look on Sportsbet, and then the other one was $2.15 for the Cronulla Sharks. I just have a gut feeling this game will be a close match, but it won't be a very high scoring game. As I mentioned, because usually the Cowboys struggle sometimes in any other games that they play up against, but going up against the Cronulla Sharks, I just don't think that since Sean Johnson, I think he will be playing for this game, but there's no Chad Townsend, I reckon it will struggle for them. But since there's no Chad Townsend talent, I just don't think that the Sharks will definitely get the benefit of the doubt. So I'm going to go with Cowboys in this one. I'm going with them by 12 points in this match, and I reckon the Cowboys will definitely win anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Panthers going up against the Roosters. Now in this game, the Panthers haven't been really good so far, but without no Nathan Cleary, no Jerome Luai, no Brian To'o, and other players in that Panthers side, since they had like Apisai Coruscant and Viliami Kikau last week, I just didn't think that in this game last week that they were going to win anyway because they were going to struggle. But obviously in this game, I have to think that the Panthers, since there's going to be Nathan Cleary, Brian To'o, Jerome Dewey, and obviously Upside Coruscant. 4 of these players, I reckon they will definitely get the benefit of the doubt. But obviously for the Roosters, I reckon this game is going to be really tough and really hard. But since there's no Boyd Cordner, I just reckon the Roosters will struggle only by slowly for the team. But since there's not going to be no Luke Keary, no Boyd Cordner, it just won't really happen for the Roosters, and I just don't think they will get the benefit of the doubt. But Sam Walker has been really good for the team so far, but going up against this Panthers side, Sam Walker will have to really work hard going up against the Panthers side because Nathan Cleary is such a wonderful player, and credit to him, he's been wonderful for the team and been solid for the club. But I just have a gut feeling in this game that I'm going to go with the Panthers in this one, so I'm going to go with Panthers by 8 points, and I reckon the Panthers will definitely win by 8 points going up against the Roosters anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Knights going up against the Warriors. Now, in this game, the Warriors haven't been really doing good so far, but since they got thrashed by the Storm 42-16, going up against the Knights haven't been doing really good so far. But at the moment, I just didn't think that the Knights haven't been really that responsible for their team. But since they are struggling so much, I just don't think that this game will be the benefit of their team because the Knights are still without no Mitchell Pearce, no obviously no Brandon Musgrove. But since I think they're going to have Hymel Hunt in that team, but then obviously you got Dominic Young going into the number 2 side, and then you obviously got Braden Musgrove in that dropping down to the reserves, extended bench. I just don't think the Knights will win in this game, but since they're going up against the Warriors, this game's going to be real tough and real hard because the Warriors haven't been doing really good and the Knights haven't been doing really good, so it's going to be real tough and real hard. But since it's going to be one benefit of the doubt for the Knights, I just don't think that the Knights will really turn to that point in this game. But obviously in this match, that I can see that benefit of the doubt in this game. So I'm going to go with the Newcastle Knights in this one, and I just think since they played a really good match last week, I reckon they'll turn to that point, and I reckon they'll get the benefit of the doubt. So I'm going to go with them by 6 points in this game, and I reckon that they will win only just against the Warriors. The next game of that match, we see the Dragons coming up against the Raiders now. In this game, which I think the Dragons, I reckon they'll get a really good game of themselves. Since they played a really good match last week, 38-16 against the Broncos. The Dragons, they haven't been really good so far, but at the moment, since they have been a really good team, they have struggled last week, and since I don't think that they will win, obviously since the sports bet has been going up a little bit for them, they have been going up $2, and then obviously the Raiders have been going $1.80, so I reckon this game's going to be real tight because the Raiders are a really average team, but obviously since Bailey Simonson will be on the number 1 jersey, I reckon he'll do a really good job for the team, and he has been doing a really good job for the team, so I credit him for that. But obviously, since I haven't seen, I can't remember what his name is, but like he's been a really good player for obviously replacing Josh Hodgson in the halfback. Oh, well, no, sorry, not halfback, hooker, sorry. Yeah, he's been playing a really good game. But since that, I'm going to go with the Raiders in this one. And I'm going to say in this game that I reckon it will be a benefit of the doubt for this team. But in this match, I'm going to go with the Raiders by 8 points in this game. And I reckon the Dragons will struggle in that match. The next game of that match, we see the Storm going up against the West Tigers. Now, in this game, the West Tigers, they've been really good so far, but since they're going up against the Melbourne Storm, this game is going to be real tough for them because the Melbourne Storm are a solid team and they're not going to really lose or struggle because they are a really base solid team. And since they've got Cameron Munster, Josh Adokar, Nico Hines, George Jennings, all of them back, I reckon it will be a very high scoring game because obviously Josh Adokar is a speedster and he gets the job done with so many things, with obviously his speed and his strength. But then we Justin Olam, last week he's been absolutely really good against this, last week against the Warriors. I reckon he'll play a really good game against the West Tigers. But for the West Tigers, since they've got Dane Laurie in the fullback side, going up against Nico Hines, it's going to be real tough for them because obviously Dane Laurie has been really good averagely so far. His pinpoint running game, he's been absolutely excellent. But Nico Hines, he's been absolutely really solid for his team. And I reckon he'll get the job done by really, half of the point. But for the Storm, I just have a gut feeling in this game that it will be a high-scoring game because it will go up against the West Tigers, but then they will struggle in this game because I know that they will really make it tough for them. So I'm going to go with the Melbourne Storm in this one, and I'm going to go with them by 18 points in this game, and I reckon it will be a high-scoring game, but let's just see. Let's just wait. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Storm to beat the West Tigers. The next game of this match, we see the Eels going up against the Bulldogs. Now, in this game, the Eels have been really solid so far, going up against the West Tigers, and since they have been really solid in this last week's game, I reckon they'll put a lot of pressure against the Bulldogs because the Bulldogs only won last week against the Dragons 28-6, but going up against this Eels side, since they don't have no Maiko Sivo due to a suspension, obviously replacing him will be Sean Russell, will be making his NRL debut. Congratulations on him. But the only player that I do really like in this game is obviously number 9, but I can't really remember his name. Can't really remember his name. I do apologise about that. But since he's been doing really good for his team, actually I know Joey Lussey. He's been really good for this team. But since he played a really good game last week, I reckon he'll have the benefit of the doubt, really playing a good game for the Bulldogs for this week's game, obviously. But since the Eels are on $8 and the Bulldogs are on $8, I just think that the Bulldogs will struggle in this game, but I reckon it'll be a tough one. Tough decision, but I hate to think if the Bulldogs win, well done for them. But I'm going to go with the Eels in this one. I'm going to go with them by 8. No, I'm going to go with them by 18 points, and I reckon the Bulldogs will struggle in this game, but I reckon the Eels will get the benefit of the doubt in this match anyway. Then, last but certainly not least, we see the Titans going up against the Sea Eagles. Now, in this game, the Titans, they're being really good so far, but obviously, since no AJ Brimson, which that means Jalen Campbell, Preston Campbell's son, will obviously be in that fullback side, which that means it has been surprising because obviously Jalen Campbell has been playing a really good game, but I reckon when he gets used to it, I reckon he'll be solid, really getting used to the game, and I reckon you'll have a wonderful career for the Titans. But obviously, since Manly Sea Eagles played a really good game last week against the Cowboys, I just reckon that they will obviously put pressure on the Titans. But the Titans, I hate to think that if this game's going to be a real turnout point for you guys, it will be a very pinpointed game. But obviously, since Patrick Herbert is there in the Titans side, it will be a really good matchup for them because he is a really good player. But Dylan Walker has been absolutely fantastic for the Manly Eagles side last week. He played a really wonderful game in the 14 jersey for the Manly Eagles. I just reckon that the Manly Eagles will get the job done against the Gold Coast Titans in this game. But obviously, it's going to be a real pin-up point for this game because obviously it is a Titans home game. So I hate to think that if Titans will win, it's going to be a surprising win anyway, but it will be an upset. But in this match, I'm going to go with the Manly Eagles in this one, and I'm going to go with them by 8 points in this game, and I reckon it won't be an average game, it won't be a high-scoring game, it will be a very tight game anyway, but I'm going to go with them by 8 points for the Manly Eagles to beat the Titans anyway. Thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. I'll be doing a couple of videos coming to you guys soon. Also, I'll be doing more videos coming to you guys soon, so stay tuned for more. Plus, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and for this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care guys, stay safe, and have a good one. Plus, let's get up to 300 subscribers. We're sitting on 214 anyway, so let's get up to that, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.